Today, we are talking about harmony. We are trying to understand an overview on what harmony is. If I ask you, do you want harmony in you and the nature in which you are living? I guess the answer will be yes. So is harmony and happiness same, or they are different? Happiness is an emotion which is happening within you, what you feel for yourself, which is internal part of you, the happening within you. So now, what is harmony? If you ask me what is harmony, then I would say it's a state where the two are even, a state of evenness, a state of oneness, a state of being together. In other words, harmony is an act. It's an act of two. If you take any action, the action will not happen individually, it happens between the two. You and that towards what you are moving to it. So harmony is like where the receiver and the giver are in the even state. Where the receiver is ready to receive and the giver is ready to give. It is like the receiver, the student is ready to receive the teaching, and the giver, the teacher is ready to give. If the student is not willing to take and the teacher is just giving, then there we can't achieve the state of harmony where the receiver is not ready but the giver is ready to give. The mother is feeding the baby but the baby is not willing to eat. Here the receiver is not ready. The baby, the receiver, is not ready to receive. But the giver is giving without being aware. In this situation, we don't see harmony between the two, the mother and the baby, nor in between the teacher and the student, the giver and the receiver. In order to achieve this state of harmony, both the parties need to act together. Now, when we see these two words, happiness and harmony, happiness is internal, which is within you, whereas harmony is external, which is related to you and the other. It can be between you and the nature, you and your friend, or you and your partner. Even it can be between you and your pet. If at all there is a question, when these two come to a common state of harmony, what else resides there in that moment of time? If at all there is a question, when these two come to a common state of harmony, when the harmony is achieved, is there anything else that resides in that moment of time? Is a question. If you ask me the same question, I would say peace resides in that moment of time. Then the question arises, what is peace? I would say peace is nothing, just nothing, nothingness. Once the giver has given and the receiver has received, what remains there is nothing. Both of them are in the state of nothing. The movement of nothingness will be happening over there. Something will arise there when the receiver has not received what he wants or what he is expecting because the giver couldn't give. Then there at that stage, there won't be harmony. Then something else will reside there. A dissatisfaction, unhappiness. When both the parties are satisfied, what remains there is a state of nothingness, the most beautiful state. If both of them are completely satisfied, the job is done, then there resides the peace, which I am addressing it as nothingness. When there can't bring a harmony, then there can't bring a peace. In order to bring the peace, you need to bring the harmony. So in order to achieve the state of nothingness or a state of peace, there need to bring the act of harmony, and that act is not an individual act, it is an act of togetherness. That togetherness is two, or that can happen with more than two. And to be remembered, this act, not of one side, it has to be from both the sides of the parties. This coming together will in turn bring the happiness not just in you, in also in the opposite side of you. The happiness will not in the opposite side of you, it also brings the happiness in you. Then when there is a happiness in you and in the opposite of you, then there is a peace around you. And this opposite can be anything, your nature, friends, society, community, whatsoever, you address it as your opposite. The whole creation is in the quest of bringing harmony in the nature. It can happen only when you join with it, as you are part of it. You never got separated from it. All you need to do it is, you need to work together in order to bring the harmony in the nature, in you, and the peace around. Because we already know that harmony is not an act of one, it is an act of two. You and that. This you and that. The whole creation, you as a form which is created, or the creation which is happening in and around you, is happening in harmony when you look at you as a form happen with that act of even state. You yourself as a form was created. The source of you as a creation happened with that togetherness of two, is where you as a form was created. Your mother didn't create you alone. She took the help of other. That other will be a father, family, or a nature. The breath was in the nature, the breath was with your mother nature. They were togetherly functioning to bring the form, which I am addressing as you. When the girl is ready to take and the boy is ready to give, the beauty of happening is where a form was created. It was not just in you, so does in all other beings of nature and its creation. To be remembered, the receiver, the girl, not ready to take it, and the boy is forcing to give, then we don't call that as a harmony. In this case, the form may still happen, but the functionality of the form will not be in harmony. Because the source from which it created was not at the state of togetherness or oneness. When the base is not in harmony, the functionality will be doubted. When you look at the nature outside you, the way the nature is flowing, it's beautiful. The rainfall, the mountain, the moving clouds, the birds fly, the river flow, and the sunrise. At the night, the twinkling stars. All of it, when you look at it, you feel nice, peaceful within yourself, isn't it? When you look into your own self, you will feel peacefully only when those two, that body and that mind, when the body and the mind of yours is functioning together, is where you will find peacefully. The mind is giving the instructions and the body is taking the instructions and following it. At that movement, at that moment of time, there is residing the peace, because the giver and the follower, the receiver, are in the even state. The mind is giving the instruction, the body is following. It's beautiful. The mind is telling the body to grab the glass of water, and the body just moves and grabs it. So beauty in movement. The eyes are watching the flower, the mind wants to smell it, and your nose is helping it to experience it. Then you're smelling the flower. There is a beauty in the movement. At times, the kiddish mind want to jump, run, fly, but body couldn't do it. There is where we can see the disappointment. Not just in the mind as well as in you, isn't it? When you take a close look of your body and the nature, they are fine-tuned from the beginning. You recollect when your body was in the mother's womb, it was very, very well fine-tuned with your mother's body. And the same body, when your body came out of your mother's womb, it got connected to the Mother Nature. Your body and the nature as a body are functioning rhythmically from the day one. Take a close look of your breath, which is moving in and out. The giving and taking business, this business of giving and taking is happening in a beautiful state of harmony. When you want, the nature is giving it. When nature is wants, the nature is taking it back. The breath which I am talking about. This rhythm will get aggressive only when the mind interfere into the business. And the mind which is not aware, the basic source, on which the functionality has to be taken forward, that is harmony. When you leave your body alone with the nature, they will take their natural functioning state. This you can see at night while at sleep, where the accumulated mind is not in action. It is completely in dormant. Away from all dreams and thoughts, the body will have its most beautiful time of its own, a peaceful sleep. The rhythm of breath while at sleep, the deep sleep, a peaceful sleep, when compared to that when the body is awake, it is completely opposite of the rhythm. The breath struggles to move in and out, tired to its peak in following the instructions of that egoistic mind and you. Let the eye and the mind be aware of the basic knowledge which the body have to its core. Now if you ask me what is the core, then I say, movement of harmony with peace being its core as a primary. Try to speak only when the listener is ready to listen. Give only when there is someone ready to take it. Play with someone if he or she is ready to play with you. Feed only when he or she is hungry. Teach when there is a student ready to take your teaching. Let the answer come after question. That is where the question and answer will be in harmony. Now I hope we understand what is an act of harmony. Let's take this awareness and join the movement of harmony with nature. I hope we are clear. I hope the message is passed. Thank you. Have a good day.